Hey everyone, Ivan here. Welcome to my channel. Before we start with the current episode, I want to say some words. First of all, thank you for your support. I have just hit 100 subscribers, which is really good start. Thank you for all your comments and support, it really motivates me to continue further. Second, I would like to say some words about the current project. I have decided to slow down the videos and also comment and explain what exactly am I doing and why, which would also make it easier for you to follow. Automotive modeling is definitely not a beginner thing, but if you know the polygon modeling basics in any given software, it is 100% doable even as a beginner. So regarding the previous parts of this modeling series, you can follow all of them from the very beginning as well. In case you want to do so, you just have to slow down the playback speed of the video to the minimum, so you can see exactly every single step I'm doing. If there is something you don't understand, you can always write me a comment and I will try to give you an answer. I would also like to ask you for your support, so I can further develop that channel and keep it alive. Just hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss any further videos. I would really appreciate your comments as well. It really helps me. Thank you. About the project that we are working on, we are currently finishing the base guide mesh, and we will use that guide mesh later to cut every single part of the vehicle. So let's continue. So right now I'm adding some additional support loops to maintain the geometry when subdivided and especially the creases. I don't like the creases on the front hood, so I'm trying to improve it a bit. I'm always trying also to have a look on the reflection and how the surface is flowing. Topology is really important for that. So I'm hiding here the vertices in order to create a proper flow and adding additional edge loop with Ctrl R here as well. And then I'm connecting the vertices and maintaining a proper geometry with merging these two, and also with using the knife tool to connect it properly there, removing there the edge, and also improve again the geometry, and there we go. This looks pretty good. Yeah, I like the result. So there is a crease, it's a strange crease because of the geometry, which I try to improve now, but I will also come back on it later. So it's good enough for now. Yeah, I'm adding additional loop there as well to create a sharp edge there. And the edges there are really close to each other, so I try to create the same space in between, so they are not consolidated. Yeah, the distance is the same in between all these. And always pressing G twice in order to slide the vertices along the edge. I'm adding there as well additional edge to maintain the corners, the hard edges there, and hiding the vertices. And then I will cut it with the knife tool, and again merge the vertices, always trying to have quads instead of trees. because squads are giving always better topology when subdivided. There, I didn't like the shading, it is a bit weird, so because the edges were consolidated and I have to make a better distance in between the edges. Pressing G twice and sliding the vertices along the edge. Yeah, this gives me a better shading. And also we will add additional edge in the middle so I can maintain a better shading, and it looks good enough. Adding additional edge there. Yeah. Hiding the vertices. And when I add additional vertices, I'm always pressing, not always, but in this case I was pressing E and then F in order to slide, to align the edge I'm adding to the outer one. Yeah, the shading looks pretty good. I like it. So improving the corner a bit, moving the vertices to inside, and there is a corner as well. Yeah, maintaining a better topology, and now I will try to keep that corner there. Again, sliding the vertices, pressing G twice, and yeah, there is that corner. I'm getting I'm getting a bit of pinching there, so I will try to fix that, to improve it a bit. It's not that crucial. I mean, I can also fix that later with maybe shrink wrap. I'll try and see how it works, but actually I'm happy with the result and how it looks for now. Yeah, the front is almost done. So I'm moving to the side. And there is this crease. So I'm hiding the vertices there in order to get a proper edge loop. And sliding the vertices again with pressing G twice. Adding additional edge with Ctrl R, and then pressing E and F in order to align it to the other edges. And here I will use another edge with Ctrl R and cut it, where I will merge the vertices as well and slide it a bit. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So again, the same. I mean, as soon as you know the workflow, basically it is quite the same. You're always trying to follow properly the topology and have a nice edge loop, and have a nice topology and edge flow. So also, which is what is really important, is to have a nice reflection flow, because that's the most important thing actually with vehicles, to have a proper surface. Connecting the both vertices with G. I'm using it also quite often as a shortcut, and it looks actually, the reflection looks really good on the side already. So I will do the same for the dents under the door. Here I'm adding additional loop to maintain the mudguards. And I will inset with E the dents there and add additional edge loop to hold that edge there. And yeah, this needs to be improved for sure. So I try always to keep an even distance between the edges, so that's why I've slided this one down and yeah, cut it this one like that. So I removed that edge there in order to keep a quad, and this starts to look pretty good. Making a bit of a distance there to avoid the pinching, and yeah, it looks already really good. And the same for the front, hiding the vertex there and adding some more edge loops. Sliding the vertices to create the distance in between. Fine. And the same here. Yeah, this starts to look good. I mean, polygonal modeling is a really hard task. Well, we are basically trying to mimic CAD shapes or surfaces which are really smooth, and to create that with quads and trying to create proper reflections of the surfaces is it's tedious work, but it's possible, it's still doable. It is just important to have really good topology, and it works. So I'm getting some pinching on the mudguard, so I will have to keep a bit to make a bit distance in between. But also trying to keep the shape of that dent as well. The shape of that BMW is actually quite hard. I didn't expect that at the very beginning, but it is a challenge, I have to say. But we are going to make it, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, as soon as we finish this guide mesh as well, the work it will become way faster when we start cutting the parts out of it. And we're almost actually done with it. Okay, so this one left. Hiding the vertices there, adding additional edge loop, sliding it. So as I've said in the very beginning, as soon as you know the basics and the shortcuts in Blender, you can really easily follow my workflow. It is not something, it is not a rocket science basically. Yeah. What it takes time is to understand how to create proper topology. This is what it is, it's hard to do, because you need, when you work with sub-D modeling, you need to always take care of good topology. So yeah, right now I'm getting these creases there, which I don't really like, so I will have to fix this. But in general, actually, the model is turning really good. I really like it so far. And I've just spotted that there on the corner, the vertices, the edge flows are quite consolidated, so it makes the curve on the light, on the front light, quite sharp. So I will have to separate them from each other a bit in order to create a proper curve. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using integrated script or plugin in Blender, which is called Loop Tools. You have to activate it, and you can create, basically you select an edge, and with the basically it evens the vertices along that edge. So it is really useful tool, as you can see. I just have to select the vertices along one edge, press it, and it just make the same distance in between. So right now the curve looks way better. I really like it. I had the impression that the reflections there are not that good, but actually they are. And most likely at the end I will also tune the car a bit, so I don't think that I will just leave it as stock model. So I will add some bumpers and also some vents on the front hood. I'll see how it is, but yeah. Okay, coming back to this one, and try to improve a bit the pinching, since I didn't really like it. I'm moving a bit, and since they are curved, I'm also moving the vertices with the arrows to the right in order to maintain a proper curve of the mudguard. It's half a cylinder, so you don't want to end with some weird pinching there and that it looks like an ellipse. Yeah, this is a tricky place. It takes time, and also trying to improve the topology. it can be better. But as I said, I'll spend a bit more time, and at the end maybe I'll come back and try to improve it a bit more. Yeah. I've decided here to add an additional support loop, basically, and this actually quite fixed it. It looks way better. Yeah, that's better. That's good enough. Sliding this a bit up, keeping a bit distance in between. Okay, adding additional edge there. And connected it, and yeah, it's good enough. So back to the mudguard, to the back mudguard, and I have to add their additional edge making a bit even distance there in order to keep the circle shape correct. And there is the edge I was talking about, and yeah, it looks round and nice. And the same there, adding additional, and there was already a loop, so I have to just connect these two. Yeah, I've hidden this vertex in order to connect, to select the loop better and easier. And I'm selecting this edge because I want to move it a bit outward in order to create a better curve. So yeah, just moving it a bit outward with the arrows, with the left arrow in this case, and the same for the edge down. Just move it a bit, and it creates, it makes that curve look better. Yeah, what I've just spotted is that somehow I've moved the vertices away from the blueprint, so I'm placing them correctly. Yeah. By the way, the blueprints are in the description, so you can have a look at them. And yeah, improving the curve there. I've just spotted again that somehow I moved this inside, so yeah, the curve looks way better now. There was some kind of bump, and this is really visible actually. As soon as you have some really shiny material, you start to look this dents. And again, moving this a bit up. And the same here. Also try to model in orthographic and not in perspective. In orthographic you're seeing that kind of artifacts way better and way easier. So yes, that's a nice looking curve there. I really like it. The reflection is flowing really good. So that's it actually. So again, thank you guys for watching for this series, and please subscribe and hit the like button and comment. Thank you guys.